Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your guy Harrison back with another video. This time we're taking a look at Arcade from Output. So if you're not familiar with the VST Arcade, it is a loop-based VST plugin. And what that means is you can play loops on your keyboard or click them in via MIDI. And there's actually a little bit more that we can do with it, and I'll go into that a little bit later on. But let's jump into it. So when you first open Arcade, you're going to get this home base screen. And it's a little confusing at first, but the best way to describe it is kind of a landing page for different kits. And what I mean by that is if you click preview, well, it'll preview the loops that are in the kit. And these aren't the best examples. Well, I should say some of these aren't the best sounds. However, if you scroll down to lines, this is where if you have a certain style of music that you're looking to make, you can preview. We're going to stop the preview because I know a lot of you guys have heard that before. So we're going to click into the line, and now it's going to bring up a whole line. Now you see how the logo is the same. It basically means it's a certain genre or style of music that this line made. If you want to back out of the line, you just go back up to home, and now you're back at the landing page. Now you can preview the kits that way. If you've never played a kit before, if you hover over here, it's going to say download kit. So I downloaded this one before, so it's going to play that kit. However, if I want to play this kit, it's going to be a quick download. And I do like the chop line, so as you can see, there's not a lot that needs to be downloaded, but it gives you this little icon at the top that you can kind of see. This one doesn't have it, this one does. If I want to preview, I click here. I say, okay, I like that sound. I'm going to download it pretty fast. You click onto the kit. Now it's going to open up the kit. And the best way to describe it is it's a very simple interface up front, but there's a lot of little things behind the hood that you can get a little bit more in depth. So we'll start with the face of it. Right here, the grid is laid out like a keyboard because you play it off your keyboard. Now you can sample the previews down here, or you can go to your keyboard and you can play it down there. Now, if you want to play different, if you want to play them together, you can. So you can kind of get an idea of different layers, different sounds and effects that you can make on here with the loops. I think this plugin is important if you do like the loop-based sounds and you don't have like your own effects and different things like that in your DAW that you're comfortable with. It has built-in effects right here. So we're going to preview the sample. And if you click on to the sound effect, now it adds more of like a reverse slowdown effect. And now if you click on this one, it's going to be more like a stutter effect. And see what I'm saying? In order to trigger these effects. Down below, all your white keys are going to be your sample. And up here, your black keys are going to allow you to change and modify them in real time. And if you can take it a step further, say I like this sound, but I don't like the key that it's in, we can click right here. And right now it's playing an A minor. You can transpose it here, and you can change it between minor and a major. The other thing you can do is you can drop it down an octave, or you can go up an octave, or if you click it again, it's the original octave that it was on. Let's click out of here. The other thing that you could do is it has built-in effects right here on the screen. Now each line has something a little bit different for their effects. Some add a little bit more delay, some add a little bit more reverb, a little bit of saturation and color, etc., etc. So, but in order to change them, it's real simple. You just pull these knobs, and when you go up, it's going to add more wetness to the mix. It's going to be more dry when you go down. And you can kind of tweak them to however you want it. Now to go a step further, your sample plays here. There's if you right click it, you can go in and you can edit the sample itself. Now the full sample, if I drag it over here and extend it, this is the full loop sample itself. So it has a built-in slicer in the plugin, and if you want to pull a different section, and let's say we'll get it close to how it was, and let's move it here, and you can preview different sections. And you can change up the grid slices right here if you want to get something a little bit more precise of what you want. Now, mind you, this grid is snapped to a tempo. So as long as you know your tempos, you should be fine. So a lot of them are already preset to like quarter notes or quarter bars, half bars. And you can adjust it. Hold on. And you can adjust it accordingly. You can get into more things like the attack, the release, the crossfade, the volume. Right there. You have your low pass filter, low and high filter, and then a high pass filter. You can adjust it, already in here. You have different ways to modify, edit, change, modulations. You have your macros right here. These are the same ones that are on the outside. Let's say I want to pull that up. And you can adjust it here as well. Another cool feature into their updates is they have playable pitches. So instead of having to go here and find it, you can go to your keyboard and you can play the pitch and change it, which makes it Makes it handy if you're trying to make quick adjustments onto the fly. Let's go back to our home page. Yeah, after all the stuff that you download, you can just sample different lines. And if you want to see all the lines, you just click there. And you get the idea. Now, one thing that a lot of people do use is a lot of producers like to use this lineup because we like adding vocals and different sounds vocally to our tracks sometimes. Let's click on that kit.
I got tough skin, yeah, don't show. I'm feeling ready to go. Ego.
So you get the idea. But the idea of Arcade is to take these loops and they give you all the different effects that you could want to change it up so you're not going to sound exactly like the last guy. Let's go back to our home page. After you look through and you find the style that you're going for and you download it, you just go ahead and click onto your stuff. And voila. I don't have much. I dabble with it more and more lately, a lot for vocals, or if I need a little bit of a quick inspiration, I'll jump into Arcade. Another thing that I want to show you. So let's go to your stuff. All right, let's go to this kit, for example. Now, another way that you could use this VST is in order to use this VST and kind of show you a demo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this track. I pulled up both the same exact kit, and we're just going to record. All right, we're just going to do a quick loop. And we'll pull this up here. And quantize that. And on here. Now, you add your effects. This is just showing you. All right. Now what I'm going to do is all right. So another thing that you can do is you can snap it to your grid. You can take the loop, freeze the track, and then we're going to flatten the track. And now we created our own loop right here. Turn the metronome off. And say you're not a big fan of the effects that they have in there, we're going to go ahead and add our own effects. So let's Double click here. We're going to drop halftime in here. All right, we're going to let's add shaper box. And let's throw a quick filter on here. And let's go ahead and add in looperator. Let's clear that out. Let's add, let's say a tape stop. And then a reverse. There, let's add another one here. Maybe, let's go. And now our original loop, we'll play our original. And we'll play with our effects. And you get the idea. You can change it up. And you can add whatever you like on here. So that's going to wrap up the video. If you use Arcade, comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. If it's your first time, check it out. It is a subscription-based model, so you do pay monthly for it. My recommendation for anybody who uses subscription-based plugins, track everything out that you're working on, bounce it into wave format, bounce out all your stems. That way, you know, if you decide later on you don't want to use it anymore, you're not going to lose, you know, the song that you did make while you were using the plugin. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.